Dragon Ball Super should have been like a YouTube thing, like Dragon Ball Heroes.
No?
Nah, let me get into this.
Alright,
Sit right here.
Nah, I'm about to get in this.
I mean, listen, bro. Anybody, it's not that everybody can get in,
You
bro.
kind of like out of the frame.
Yeah,
Yo, welcome back to Anime Sundays. You gotta get a theme. You gotta get a theme song, bro. You gotta have like a theme song or
I
something.
have an intro, bro.
Alright, my
Plays
fault.
every time.
He does have that.
You do?
You watch the videos, bro?
I watch.
That's just what he's
All right, I'm out of shot. Everybody ready? Okay.
You're watching Anime Sundays.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Anime Sundays, a show where we talk about anime on Sundays. Today I'm here with Justin Newell.
What's up?
You know, we've been having a lot of discussions recently about the new Dragon Ball Super movie, some of the rankings of the characters, some of the rankings of the Saiyans. So today we're going to be talking about how strong do we think Gohan Beast is, and is his transformation top of the charts? Stay tuned.
You need to believe in yourself and unleash that power. Everything you've got. No holding back.
So Justin, first of all, let's talk about what you think about the movie in general. First of all,
Well, I just want to say, happy holidays, everybody.
happy holidays. As well.
Happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah. Just want to put that out there too. Hope everybody had a good Christmas.
Shut up, nigga.
Oh my god.
When I look at the movie, right? It was exactly what we thought it was going to be in terms of giving us what we wanted from Gohan, right? Which was the transformation we've been waiting on since we were 12 years old. So that's about 13, 14 years. We've waited for good writing to at least give him that. Do I think the movie is impactful in terms of like the emotional depth? No, right? Because I think that, without Bruce Falconer, right, with that incredible legendary like soundtracks he would have, the movie was missing that. But in terms of what we needed was simply to get Gohan back to his rightful place amongst the Saiyans. We got that.
Yeah, I did a little review on the movie. I thought it was all right. I just felt like the CGI kind of blew it a little bit with the animation, and I don't know. I feel like instead of making it a whole movie, they should have just made it a special segment or something, like a saga. But I thought the transformation was good. I thought the fighting was okay. We seen Team Goten, we seen Team Trunks. They tried to fuse, but they blew it. I felt like that could have been a really good turn up for me. Also, we would have been able to see a lot more of like an assessment of strength between Gohan and Goten, and really I feel like get a more accurate reading on Cell Max if we had a fusion. But overall I didn't rate it too high. I thought it was alright, but don't think it needed to be in theaters. I definitely don't know what people are talking about, saying it's better than Brawly. Niggas is blowing up my comments all the time saying it's better than Brawly. I just don't agree with that.
Absolutely not. It's just the Gohan lovers. I think all of us are all Gohan lovers, so we had bias towards watching the movie. Like I was in Scotland watching this, and it was like, I think it was like $15 or $16 I watched it for. Again, like it was emotional for me, but if I had to take my bias out of it, yeah, it was kind of rushed. I think the transformation happened in all about 15 seconds. So in terms of like the way in which we've seen other transformations that have a little bit more of a payoff because they take a little bit more time, this one was definitely a little bit more rushed.
Yeah, man. I agree with you, man. I think they definitely overhyped it. But yeah, so we get into these rankings right now. There's been a couple articles out that people even said are from Toriyama himself. Now, you know me. I really don't trust niggas when they say the article was written by Toriyama or Kishimoto, because I'll be like, how do you know, nigga? When did you ever sit down with the nigga and see him write it? You know what I mean? But there's a lot of article references saying that like Gohan Beast and Orange Piccolo are now just as formidable as Goku, Vegeta, and maybe even Brawly. So how do you feel about Gohan Beast, man? Where would you say his proper ranking would be?
All right, so I hate to be one of these niggas who said what Toriyama said, but I have to be one of these niggas right now. So, but he was on record to say that like Gohan has the potential to be the greatest. Right, that's always been the case with Gohan, right? And if we look at sort of his track to the top, right, every time he's had a big transformation, he at that point became the strongest in the universe. So if we follow that trend, then he would be now, right? So we go back to Super Saiyan 2, right? Or even Super Saiyan. He was the youngest to become Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan 2, he then becomes the strongest in the universe. Okay, then we get the Majin Buu saga, right? Ultimate Gohan or Mystic Gohan. Once again, he's the strongest in the universe. So if we go off of those two, and now we have this third one, he once again would make him the strongest, if that's the case.
So you got him over Goku.
Bruh, I'm looking at Cell Max, right? Because I think that's the real strength. And the way they designed him, like they made him damn near flawless and 1,000 times stronger than the original Cell, right? So if that's the case, he beat him with ease.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I say beat him with ease because at the end of the day, you know, him and Piccolo did still have to tag team, bro. Even after the transformation, after the Gohan Beast transformation, Piccolo did have to hold him down for the special beam cannon. Well, I put it like this, bro: is Piccolo and Gohan jumping Jiren?
Well, Goku and Android, 16 did. They needed Frieza.
That's what I'm saying though. Goku beat was for the most part I'll say for the most part he had the upper hand on Jiren anytime he went Ultra Instinct. And then when he went Master Ultra Instinct, the only reason he didn't win the fight is because it has such a crazy effect on his body that he almost died and he ran out of ki. That's when Frieza came in and 17 came in and they came in to finish the job. Now for me, I feel like if you just added maybe like one more person from the Tournament of Power, I feel like Cell Max wouldn't have been sliding through that whole little B group, right? He slid through Krillin, slid through 18, slid through Goten and Trunks, Piccolo, and then Gohan had to kind of come through at the end. I feel like, you know, if you had 17 there, even just another cat from the Tournament of Power that they defeated, I feel like he wasn't running through them like that. You feel me? That core group was a pretty B group. A Gotenks that wasn't even a fat Gotenks. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but he got ran through, right? Really, it's a matter of us quantifying how strong is Orange Piccolo, right? And how strong is Cell Max.
Well, Orange Piccolo is still not stronger than Cell Max.
Clearly, right? But the nigga had the power of Shenron, right? You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, but we also know that Shenron's power is even in his verse is limited to the other dragons, and even compared to the gods of destructions, they fear. You know, Shenron fears Beerus. You know what I mean? He fears Wiz. You know what I mean? So, like me personally, I don't have him over Goku. I don't have him over Broly. I could have him over Vegeta, but if, you know, not to do no manga spoilers, Vegeta's new form is supposed to be stronger than Goku's UI. So I still think that if that's the case, he's still not the strongest Saiyan. If it was like he one-shot at Cell Max, or like he really was like playing around with Cell Max, I'd give him more hype.
If we go back to the video, right, where Cell Max has like this like planetary size attack that's about to destroy all of Earth. Gohan didn't even flinch. He didn't even use his strongest. He didn't even use the Kamehameha. Homie hit him with a special beam cannon to the dome and said, promise you good. And then the attack, it literally crushed.
Right, he had him on his weak point.
Goku always said though about his son, he always said, and he said this back in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, like, Gohan has powers that I wouldn't even begin to understand, right? We're talking about a nigga who spent the last 15 years in a book. The amount of time it took Vegeta and Goku, like, nonstop training for the past 20-something years to get to where they get to, and Gohan, like, literally gets them in a day.
Potential-wise, definitely goes to Gohan. But then it goes to that conversation of just like, you know, what's the point of a 5-star recruit if the nigga never goes play ball? You feel me? Never play. I mean, I think that, you know, when Toriyama number saying like, oh yeah, Gohan Beast is up there, I think we still need to see a little bit more from Gohan Beast. Because, you know, I even asked my boy Sean the other day.
What Sean was that?
Where he asked me about
Sean, what's up? Love you, bro.
When he asked about Gohan, I was like, but are we saying that Gohan is still, can he beat like a god of destruction? Goku had the god of destruction standing on their feet. Topo is a god of destruction, even though he's a mediocre version. So I think Gohan Beast could be like a Topo. But like, I don't think I am that, you know, scared of Cell Max, bro. We talk about him being a big threat to the world. It's every day. Kid Buu is a big threat to the world. Frieza, you know, everybody's a big threat to the world. You know how we saw Goku just scrape the surface of UI, right? And he just touched the surface and it was already so powerful and there was already so much going on. But because he honed it through battle and kept trying to run it back, it became something much more. If Gohan goes again for another 5 years, sleeping in the office, doing what he's doing,
But see,
Beast is not gonna evolve.
that's the real the question isn't about really does Gohan have the power. The question is he going to maintain it and keep training? There is something about these half Saiyans that they have a certain ability that the full bloods just don't have.
Mm-hmm.
They have a certain power they can tap into, right? Because even when you think about Trunks, same way. It took them all but a few days to surpass everyone. So if Vegeta and Goku are here, and they have to go through all these hoops to get the power while the other half ones are getting it in like a day, really just comes down to them just deciding whether or not they want to be warriors, which has always been the knock on Gohan, is the human side of him doesn't want to fight, but the human side of him is where he draws his power from.
What makes Goku and Vegeta so strong is their hunger for battle, bro, to be strong. It's the relentlessness to train and want to be better. Gohan's like depleting aspiration to want to be better holds him back severely to the point where it's like it's not even just a psychic thing anymore. It's like it's physical, bro. And I just feel like for people to jump off the water and say the Beast form is already stronger than MUI, is already stronger than whatever Vegeta's thing that they got going on, is competing with Broly. Because mind you, as we saw in that movie, Broly just started his training with Goku, Vegeta, and Wiz.
That's valid.
Now, me personally, I know you say Gohan has the most potential. I personally think Broly has the most potential of any Saiyan we've ever seen, ever. There's no case where you had no training. You had none. You've lived on an island for 2 years as a child by yourself. Before his father even got to the island, he was surviving on his own as an infant. Mm-hmm. And he got to Earth, and in his first real fight, took down the universe's greatest fighters, and they had to fuse in order to stop this man from probably just reaching a level we would not be prepared for.
I do think Beast Gohan is the epitome of Gohan at his best. Ultimate Gohan was Gohan tapping into the human side of him and not having to really deal with the Saiyan side. Where I feel like the Beast side is him really going all out into everything he holds back on. It looks like Super Saiyan 2, right? And even the whole transformation was like spot on with Super Saiyan 2 to show us that this is Gohan. This is what he was supposed to be if he just kept on the path.
I think right now he's still not the strongest Saiyan. I think
he's number 2 or 3.
I'll put him at 3, bro. I still think Goku and Vegeta is still stronger than Gohan.
Until we get Ultra Ego, though, it's kind of hard to say that. Until we actually see it, right?
Even with, here's my thing, bro. Even with Blue, bro, Blue was a limit breaker. You feel me? That was a form that Vegeta pushed past in that moment in time. But he didn't need dire straits, bro. I feel like it could be said the same thing. If Gohan's pushed to Beast and Vegeta's pushed to Blue, Vegeta's probably going to be pushed again before Gohan will, because we know it's usually only one hat trick at a time. After Gohan does something like this, that's why they put everything on the line. Like, after this attack, it was no really like, oh, I'm going to go back Beast mode again. Now he's going to have to go back and train. And this is what comes from being such a well-trained and consistent warrior. The fact that Vegeta and Goku can go into a battle and during the mid-battle almost every time can push it again and again and again. Yeah. People are still saying Gohan stronger than Vegeta. I'm like, if those two fought right now, Gohan Beast.
Well, Royal Blue is getting slapped. Like, that's if you said Ultra Ego, okay, I'm here for it.
I don't think it's getting slapped because I don't think Vegeta Blue is that light work because it took down a god of destruction.
It took down Topo. It didn't take down Jiren. The conversation right now we're having is can what is Beast holding up against Jiren? I mean, both of their hair is white.
I honestly don't think Gohan Beast can take on Jiren, bro. I don't think he can take.
I think so.
I don't think he can take on Jiren because I don't think Cell Max could even breathe in Jiren's direction. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Cell Max may have seemed like a perfect android, but he's still just an android, bro. You feel me? He still has the limitations that we had, that we seen. It wasn't nothing like when Gogeta and Broly broke through space and time. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like Cell Max was that much of a problem to where like Wiz and Beerus were like, oh, what's going on Earth? Nobody
That's valid.
I think Cell Max was a great villain for that movie, that story, but I don't have him that much crazier than the villains that we've seen in Super. Like a Goku Black. If you ask me who's running between Goku Black and Cell Max, I would still think Goku Black.
Yeah, but we also acting like in Beast form that Gohan struggled against Cell Max. Like it was a minute and 30 seconds in the fight.
Yeah, but
right?
they also did double team him, bro. It was a situation where he did need Piccolo's help because he had to hit the weak spot.
The problem with you saying that is you're saying like Cell Max didn't get his attack off. He said he had a orb, a power orb that was literally bigger than the Earth, and then sent it off. So Gohan still had to feign off the attack.
I feel like there could have been a more credit to Gohan if he just did it by himself. That was another thing I problem I had with the movie.
Again, this movie was us arguing with Toriyama about why he just did Gohan so dirty. I think he wants to do right by the fans and say, okay, fine, here's Gohan at his brilliance again. If Gohan continues to train though, if he consistently trains, and then I don't think there's really a conversation. I think the conversation is he doesn't train, he goes back to being, a nerd or, being a professor. Well then yes, then there really isn't a conversation to be had at all.
But yeah, man, y'all let us know how y'all feel about Gohan Beast and where he stands. Let us know how you feel about the other Saiyans. And yeah, we'll see y'all next Sunday.
Peace.